They would go shopping and then get a bite to eat before they go home because they're so hungry because they just wrestled this old lady for a sweater. Ho, ho, ho. Welcome back to another video. I get it because the Santa thing. Today we're going to be doing a little bit Christmas special, Christmas in July. And we're going to be talking about, oh my God. Ugh. So, Christmas and fast food. Before I start the video, just like, comment, subscribe, do what you gotta do, and hit that notifications bell because I like that bell. That's just me. I like it. Turn red, turn color. That hat I was just wearing, they actually had me wear that at my job. And no, I'm not kidding. It was Christmas time at Charlie's Philly Steaks. We went all out. We were the only ones in the food court that had Christmas spirit. I feel like nobody else even tried. You walk around the food court, you'd see Charlie's Philly Steaks. They got snowflakes over here. Everyone's wearing their hats. I wore the Santa hat because I was the cashier, and Ava and Delilah wore elf hats. My boss Jake didn't really wear anything because I don't know if he didn't believe in Christmas or something, but he was like the Grinch. We would always joke around that he was the Grinch because he would refuse to do anything. And I would literally act like Santa for the kids that would come to Charlie's. And he wouldn't do anything. He would just like be on the grill with a sourpuss face. It was really killing the vibe. I felt like nobody else really cared except me and Ava and Delilah, especially Delilah. Delilah is Jake's wife, by the way. So Delilah would always like go all out when it was holidays. When it was Halloween, she decorated. When it was New Year, she decorated. But when it was Christmas, oh, there was no stopping her. She had lights. I'm going to look at my phone and see if I have a picture. She had lights that went across the whole counter. So it was like you were in a wonderland at the food court. She had snowflakes that would be plastered on the glass. She had snowflakes hanging down. We wore the Christmas hats. It was crazy. And even though she didn't give any specials, like she could have just gave away coupons, she had a whole track of mints, and that, like, oh my God, that tray of mints really boosted customers for us. People wouldn't even go to that pizza place anymore, that rundown pizza place. They would go right to Charlie's and they would get the mints. Okay, sometimes they would buy stuff, but other times they would just get the mints and dip. So I was like, what's the point if they're just gonna get it and leave? The decoration was flawless. The customers, not so much. People were really grumpy around Christmas time. There was this lady, she started crying. She was bawling her eyes out about how her husband just left her son just died. It was ridiculous. There's this other customer, she's a teacher at like a different school. It's not my high school, but it's a school like down the way. And she would always come to Charlie's and she would talk to me about the students. It'd be like, yeah, today in class, one of the students drew 69 on the board, or the answer to the math problem was 69 because she's a math teacher. And everyone wouldn't stop laughing about it during lunch. And I was like, oh, yeah, that sounds like everyone at my school too. So it was just really like, there was always a problem. And you know Joe, Cigarette Joe. He would always be like, Merry effing Christmas. Can I have the same stuff I always get, except I know you're not going to give it to me, but I'm going to throw a fit anyways. And I'd be like, fine, Joe, here we go. So Joe would get his classic diced tomatoes, whatever it was. You know him. We did a whole video about him because he's just a character in itself. There's this other lady, she didn't celebrate Christmas. So whenever I would offer her mints, I would always forget. I don't know why. Whenever I would offer her mints, she would give me the dirtiest look because it was like, you know I don't celebrate Christmas, so why are you giving me these like Jesus mints? Because it had like, I think it had like a cross on it, which I don't even know if that's allowed because this is a fast food place, but I mean, Christmas is a little bit religious, so why would you decorate? I don't know. I don't know if corporate allowed us to do that, but we did it anyways. So, oh well, we did that for every holiday. I feel like they should promote us all. Give us all a raise. Corporate owes us because we carried Charlie's Philly Steaks for a long time. Dude, also get upset about the kids meals. So the kids meals come with fries, chicken tenders, 3 chicken tenders, and a cookie. and she would never want the cookie for some reason. And she would be like, keep the cookie. And I would tell people, keep the cookie, because she doesn't want it. I guess it's against her religion, whatever religion she was. She doesn't like sweets. Or she's just on a diet. I don't know. She was skinny, so I feel like it was a religious thing. But I would always say, keep the cookie. And people wouldn't keep the cookie. They would put it in anyways. And I would give it to her, and she would see the cookie inside. And I was like, oh, dang it, not again. And I feel like she thought that I was, like, purposefully doing that. So she was kind of, like, rubbed the wrong way by me, I guess. She thought I was doing that on purpose. But I wasn't. I was just trying to be in the Christmas spirit. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, I said no cookie. Maybe she thought she was going to get a discount if she asked, like, I don't want cookies or I don't want fries. But we don't give money off. It's the same price anyways. We got a business to run. We don't got time for you. Might as well just keep the cookie and give it to someone else. That's what I would have done. There's the Santa Claus in the mall, and he would always show up around Christmas time. He would complain about his stuff too. And I was like, why are you telling us all this? I remember, okay, it's so embarrassing because people from my school would show up, and I was wearing this little goofy beard thing, and it smelled, and it was hot. I don't know what that noise was. I just waited until it went away. I think it was a landscaper. If you can hear it, sorry, but this video gotta keep on going. The show must go on. I would be wearing this rinky-dinky thing, and it was so it was so sweaty because I was near the grill and I was near the toaster, so you would put the bun in the toaster to heat up the bun before you put on the grilled veggies and the grilled cheese and stuff like that. So I would be wearing this right near the toaster, and I would be taking orders, so I would be sweating bullets. And my friends, they would always like walk on by, or people from my school that I don't like, which is a lot of people. It was honestly the most embarrassing thing in my life, but Delilah like wouldn't let us take it off because she's like, no, if they see Santa, they're gonna want to come and bring their kids. It was like a strategy she used. Jake thought it was stupid, but Delilah loved it. I felt like Jake would always side with what Delilah wanted, so it was like Delilah's way or the highway. You know that song, hey there Delilah, what's it like in New York City? That was him. He was in love with her. They have the cutest love story, but that's another video. And I don't really want to tell their privacy stuff like that, but cutest love story. There was this guy, right? He was in my 6th grade class, and then he was in my 10th grade geometry class, and he just really annoyed me. I don't know why. I always felt like he was, I mean, I know he didn't like me, but I always felt like he was like pretending to. I don't know what it was, because I was friends with one of his friends, or at least I thought I was. So whenever we would all be near each other, he would pretend to like me, but then when I wasn't near him, like when I wasn't near his friend, he wouldn't talk to me at all, and he would kind of ghost me. So I was like, okay. He did a lot of sports. I don't do any sports. He would see me, and he would be with all his like sports friends. I'd be wearing this Christmas beard thing, and he's walking by, and he sees me wearing that. Sorry, but that's embarrassing. And then I would always see them like whispering about me when they saw me wearing this hat. And I would tell Delilah, and Delilah would be like, don't care what other people think about you. You do you at the end of the day. You do you. Okay, I can do me, but I can only do me to an extent, because that's embarrassing. When it's Christmas season, fast food is hectic. And it's not just the location I worked at, because everyone's trying to go shopping last minute. We weren't open on Christmas Day, but we were open on Christmas Eve. But it was like a shortened amount of time, so it was only like, instead of a 10-hour day the malls opened, it was like a 5-hour day. People only had 5 hours to go to their favorite mall shops, which all of them sucked, honestly. My mall sucks. But they would only, oh, that noise, kill me. They would go shopping and then get a bite to eat before they go home, because they're so hungry because they just wrestled this old lady for a sweater. It was so hectic, and I could not focus when I was doing the orders. I would always get them wrong. I felt like when I was really busy, I would get a lot of orders wrong, and people would just kind of forgive me for it, because I have a great personality at the cashier. Even though I didn't like a lot of the customers, I did have some favorites. So when people were behind them and they saw how I interacted with the other customers that I actually did like, that were regular customers, they were like, I don't care if he messes up my order, I'll give him a tip anyways. I would get tips for messing up orders because people are like, oh, I'll just give you a tip anyways, no biggie. So it was fine by me. I mean, like, I'm getting stuff for free. So I'll be like, okay. Drinks would overflow like crazy. I'm gonna talk about this separately in another video, what like the golden hour is like basically in fast food. At my job we called it the golden hour, where it's like a straight hour of hell because all the stuff starts running out of stock because you're stuck in the front, because there were only 4 of us working. My bosses, they would kind of fire people for no reason, no offense, or people would just get fed up with them and quit. I was the only loyal one, and my manager, Ava, we were the only loyal ones. But everyone else would just give up on them and quit, or they'd get fired for a ridiculous reason. You showed up to work late twice, you're out. Like stuff like that. But I would show up to late I can't even say. But I would show up to work late and I wouldn't get anything. I wouldn't get punished because I was loyal and I didn't quit until now, but whatever. There's a little bit of bias there. So people would get stressed out when they would just quit. So it was only 4 of us working at all times, it felt like, except the summer when we had the J1s. And it was crazy because 4 people can't control like hundreds of people. We would get almost the entire food court because honestly, we came for everyone's money. There were only 3 other places in the food court. There's food court drama. I'm going to be telling this whole separate story about the food court war, but that's actually going to take a lot of planning because a lot of stuff happened. But there was a big food court war and we ended up kicking someone out of business. So it was crazy. But yeah, that's just one of the many perks of working in the mall. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, watch the video right here and right here. Have a nice day.